is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to out a quick video. We're going to talk about Jaylen Brown getting his 1 year, $110 million deal. I talked about this not too long ago. I mean, $115 million deal. I talked about this yesterday, that him and Danny Ainge was far apart from where they needed to be. And it is kind of cool as a Celtics fan to retain Jaylen Brown. I know he's worth a lot of money, and a lot of you guys gonna say that's an overpay. Jaylen Brown ain't a superstar. Jaylen Brown don't deserve the money that he got. But this is a guy that plays the position that everybody wants and everybody's trying to fill right now, which is that small forward shooting guard position is very important to this game right now, especially if you can have somebody that can play defense and knock down threes, which Jaylen Brown has shown that he can do those two things. He's not an elite three-point shooter. He's not an elite defender, but he is a great defender, especially for his age. He has the size, he has the strength, he has the length, he has the athleticism, and he has huge potential. And the thing about Jaylen Brown, I was talking to people about this. I thought like he would have been gone because there's a lot of teams that's probably interested in Jaylen Brown and willing to trade assets for him, and probably was even able to pay him. No matter who I listened to, everybody felt like Jaylen Brown was going to get paid, and Jaylen Brown was going to be a guy that's either going to be gone or he's going to be gone in restricting free agency if they didn't want to pay him, because the wing and the guard position, like I said, is so valuable nowadays that if you can play those positions and hold your own, and you can switch and guard multiple positions like 1, 2, and 3, and sometimes the 4, which Jaylen Brown can, people are willing to pay you. They really are, and 80 million is way off compared to 115 million. It just shows you that Jaylen Brown was confident in his agent, he was confident in his play, and he was willing to take a gamble. Because remember, Jaylen Brown didn't even want to agree to a deal. He wanted to try out free agency, and now they got him locked down, and they willing to pay him what it costs to keep him. And Jaylen Brown is only 22. People forget that he's a legitimate 6'7", 220 pounds, and he's already 22. So he has huge potential and the ability to be even better, in my personal opinion. Don't even use him that much. He played 74 games last year. He started 25 of them. He gave you 46% from the field, 34% from three, 65% from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 13 points. His sophomore season, he gave you 70 games and 70 starts, but he played 30 minutes, which is a big difference. And he gave you the same 46, 39, and 64% from the free throw line, but he also gave you 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 14.5 points. With a team that's going to need more help than what they had the last couple of years, because they don't have Kyrie, they don't have Al Horford. They're going to need players to step up and expand and do their role at a higher level. And I really don't have a problem with that. I really hope they relish that as a challenge and use that as motivation to continue to get better, because at the end of the day, this is your career. You want to make as much money as you can out of the NBA. Plus, you do want a chance to prove that you are worth the money. You want to prove that you can be an all-star, and you want to prove and be the best player. Nobody comes into the season, I want to be a role player. I just want to make a roster. Those are goals. But eventually, you do want those individual goals. And he wanted to be an all-star last year, and I just didn't feel like I can back him up on that. But when I look at the money, it seems like a lot of do seem crazy, and I will admit that. But at the same time, this is a guy that has proven that he can be a quality player at the NBA level. When he was in summer league, I seen Jaylen Brown. He struggled to be efficient. He struggled to finish. He couldn't knock down threes at all. And now he's a guy that you can get the ball. He can get out in transition, get layups and dunks. He can get steals that forces turnovers and allows them to score easy buckets in transition. He can rebound and go coast to coast. He can knock down spot up threes with me. He can play on and off the ball. The biggest thing for Jaylen Brown or just becoming a better scorer. Jason Tatum is known as a better player than him because Jason Tatum can create his own shot with a jumper, with a three. He can get to the paint and sometimes even get to the free throw line. So I think Jaylen Brown has shown that he can get to the paint. He's shown that he can knock down threes. Now it's just about finishing out his game and becoming a better all-around player instead of a guy that they rely on from time to time. And people said, and I've seen Kevin McHale say it on NBA TV, Jaylen Brown needs to embrace his role, even if it's coming off the bench. The only problem with that is if you're going to pay a guy $115 million to come off your bench and you still got to have time for Tatum and Gordon Hayward, it makes sense. But under this type of contract, I don't think it's possible to be paying somebody almost max dollars to come off the bench and contribute that way. And this is a guy that you're locked into because you signed Kimba, because you signed Hayward, and you still got to pay Tatum. So you don't really have that much wiggle room unless you use Jaylen Brown as a trade asset to get another piece that fits them better. But Gordon Hayward is a guy that contract is coming up to an end almost, and Jason Tatum is a guy that his contract is getting to the point where it's going to be eligible for extension. So they're going to go through the same thing again. And they always said Danny Ainge is not a guy that wants to be in a rush to pay people. He's a guy that don't mind going to restricted free agency. Well, he didn't do that with Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was able to get paid and get his money, and at the same time, he's still on the Celtics and has a chance to prove that he's better than just a role player. He has a chance to prove that he's better than just a six man, which is also important when you want to make your way up in the league. So there's nothing wrong with being confident. There's nothing wrong with continuing to get better and wanting to be a starter and wanting to be an all-star and trying to hit the best position that you can in the league. And you want to continue to work on your game. You want to continue to improve. You want to continue to add to your game. And I think Jaylen Brown at 22 has some huge potential. Will he ever become a 25-point scorer? Will he ever become an all-star? I think he can, because if you look at it, he can get a couple layups and dunks in transition. If he can knock down a couple threes and get a couple free throws, he can get to that 18 to 20-point game. And we done seen people make it to the All-Star game with those type of numbers, especially if they're winning. If the Celtics are one of the best teams, and he's one of the main reasons why he can make an all-star team just by being one of the best players on the team that's dominant. And, you know, the Celtics have Danny Ainge, who's not scared to take risks, who's not scared to take chances. He's willing to do whatever it takes to make this roster better. And even if it's trading Jaylen Brown now that he's locked up under contract, or even if it's keeping him and moving other players so they can have a better team and have a more realistic chance of winning a championship, I think that that's something that's going to always be in play. I would have never thought that we would have got Kyrie, Al Horford, and Gordon Hayward within 3 years of each other. But that's what happened because Danny Ainge was able to make trades. He was able to build up assets. And he was able to move them for all-stars. It didn't go the way that we wanted it to go because obviously Gordon Hayward went down and Kyrie went down, but it still gave us a chance and some excitement that we can do something special. And I don't think this team is no different. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum said going to play for Team USA really helped their development, really helped their growth. And Jaylen Brown looked at, in my personal opinion, amazing in that system and playing defense. So you have a guy that stood out. You have a guy that was able to make that roster, and he's the perfect player for this team because he's a guy that's willing to accept his role. But not only that, he's willing to allow other teammates do their thing and help them out defensively, help them out by knocking down shots. Even if it ain't off the dribble, he's still showing ability that he didn't have coming into the NBA, and he still can handle the ball and get to the rim and dunk and finish. He's not the greatest at it, but at least he shows confidence that he's not scared to take his guy off the dribble. I think he's going to have to work on his pull-up game, being able to create space and knock down shots off the dribble, being able to play in the pick and roll or even handle the ball and get to his spots and draw free throws so that way he can up his free throw percentage and his efficiency, but also his effectiveness. Like I said, you want to be the best player that you can be, and I think Jaylen Brown understands that. He's working towards that, but it's one thing doing that and actually getting it accomplished, and that's what I want to see get done. How great can Jaylen Brown be? How much potential does he have? Will he realize that potential? Can he take his game to another level? Can he be an all-star in this league? Is he really a starter on a championship team? Is he a starter on a good team or a great team? Can he be a missing piece on another team? It's a lot of questions that we don't know the answer to that really fits Jaylen Brown and what type of player he is and what type of work ethic he has. And it's just about waiting it out and seeing what happens. Will he remain a Celtic? Will he be a piece to get a piece? And will he be able to evolve and continue to grow his game to where he can become one of the best players in the league? He has everything: the size, the athleticism, the mobility, and the touch. It's just about smoothing out your game, understanding reading footage, and developing that consistent shot off the bounce and off the dribble. But he's far away from that right now. But I see what he can be in the future. And Brad Stevens is a coach that can put you in spots and areas that make you look a lot better because you're getting easy and quality shots. And Jaylen Brown didn't shoot that well in summer league, but he was able to shoot an efficient level from the field throughout his whole career. And now this is the ultimate test. If he's a starter and he's going to get those type of minutes consistently, then at the end of the day, we're going to have to see what he's going to do when he has that opportunity this year. There's no more Kyrie. There's no more Al Horford. It's just you, Gordon, Tatum, Ennis, and Kemba. And you have an opportunity to stand out. You have an opportunity to make a name for yourself because they're going to be on TV and we all have them making the playoffs. And this is the perfect time for Jaylen Brown to prove that he's worth the $115 million that the Boston Celtics gave him. If you agree, let me know in the comment section below. If you disagree, also let me know. Do you think this was an overpay? Do you think this was an underpay? Whatever you feel about Jaylen Brown and his contract extension, let me know in the comment section below. I do read every comment and I do enjoy hearing you guys' opinion. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. Like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies. I break down players. I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching.